Why does it always mute me? I can't figure that out. Well, welcome everybody. As I was saying, no, sorry, it'll catch up. I don't know why it was muting. Still muted? Let's see. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's me tonight. Robo still doesn't have power since he has his kiddos solo tonight, so I told him I'd run the ship. Cool thing is, I was able to wrangle my buddy Dave Valeza, Dave Valeza, different Dave Valdez, coming on tonight. You might know him better as Father's Figures on Instagram. He's a fantastic toy photographer. He'll be joining us just about at around 7:30. So yeah, I'm super stoked. Welcome everybody in the chat. Hey, Pale Aragorn, Mitch Falcon, Ryan Clark, Bean 2099, Stan, Panther. Oh man, what up, everybody? Big Head Han, sorry I missed you. And Odin Rose, what up, Smetty? Hey, how's it going? Can we call this too many Daves? You know what? I prefer to think of it as these are the Daves you'll know. You know, it's like the kids in the hall now. Anyways, I can pull up the song, but I'm pretty sure we get flagged or something. A Tale of Two Daves. That sounds epic. That sounds like we're going to just go on a quest. I'm aware of Father's Figures. Fantastic, Pale Aragorn. I highly recommend you give them a follow. These, the Daves of our lives. You know what? I think we might have to make a special of this. We'll get a couple other Daves on here. It'd be fantastic. But yeah, I figure we can talk a little toy news. We can talk figure photography with Dave once he comes on. Other than that, you know, it's kind of AMA as usual. What up, MTS? Oh man, Matt, what's shaking, dude? Right, Clark, I got you, Dave. Yeah. Why do I now picture Robo without power like he's in a Pogo comic strip? He's not. He's in Arkansas, man. He's not in the friggin' swamp. Bean, welcome. One of us. So yeah, we'll just be chatting like we always do. You know, talking toys as we do. I'm just gonna say as we do like 20 more times, I guess. Super fun. And just, you know, laid back as usual. What do you guys want to talk about? I have a few things I want to talk about. I don't want to step on any toes for the weekly with Robo, but there was some cool stuff that got announced today. Cool stuff that we've already kind of seen, as well as not seen parts of for McFarlane Toys, as well as some 1/6 scale stuff, because I do talk 1/6 scale on here because this is my channel. I can. This is great. Is this the Dave who has a bigger TMNT collection? No, that is my buddy David Tussler. He will actually be this month's guest on Turtle Talk at the end of the month. So keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna try and get him to take some pictures to send my way, so I can make little teasers and make little videos, because I'm sneaky and apparently like overworking myself. So excited for those third parts. Yeah, right on. Did someone say 12-inch? Oh, wait. Swear, it smells like sweet honeysuckle on the vine. That Dr. Fate was pretty slick. That Dr. Fate, yes. We will get to that. I wanted to start out with these two that they showed. Let's see if I can get it to work. There we go. Bloop. We got Jason Todd, which looks pretty cool. Total Recon posted this up. My buddy Tony sent over the image. Thought it was pretty rad. Hey, Super Spike, what's up, dude? Looks pretty slick. Cool unmasked head. And then also a white variation of the Injustice Flash, which is pretty cool. Let's see, McFarlane, Dr. Fate. Just gonna do this because it's easier just to go through the Google machines. Oh, there's our sweet Mezco. Where the heck did those images go? I don't know. This is pretty cool. That's the Mezco though. I'll pull up the other images here in a little bit. FGS Comics. Ooh, that's sick. Heck yeah. I rarely get McFarlane, but yeah, that Fate is a must. I agree. I'm gonna try and find some pictures real quick. I thought I had it in that feed, and I did not. Panther, Kaiju Talk, I think is gonna be next month. I'm trying to get some stuff together. One of my buddies, Tim Price, has like a huge 8mm reel or 16mm reel. He has a real collection of kaiju films and is one of the biggest kaiju fans I know. So I'm gonna try and get him on here. A maskless McFarlane toy. I'm shocked, I tell you, and it's a completely separate release. Even more shocking. Well, sorry, but yes. That Injustice Flash is odd looking to me, but I know that is just the source. Yeah, it's I kind of thought of it as like a Godspeed variant almost. Kind of strange. It's cool looking. It's a unique look and you would definitely pop on your shelf, to say the least. MTS Comics. I'm a little behind the toy collecting scene. If you don't mind, I'll just listen and learn while putting in details. Hell yeah, do it too, Matt. Matt is my little brother from another mother from back at school, so it's awesome to see him in here. So I'm pretty stoked. Did you see Pixel Dan's Motu toy box has released? Oh, toy book. Yes, I have a copy. I legit have it upstairs. I am hoping I can perhaps get it signed by the man himself, because holy crap, if you haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet, check it out. It's the official guide to Masters of the Universe, and yeah, he put in a ton of work in there. Also, Mr. Ryan Clark, you are correct. You do hear my pup Stormy upstairs, probably barking his head off at my kiddo. Actually, shocking, there's some non-Batman releases. Well, Jason Todd is in the Bat family, so didn't stray too far. Mezco Bishop, I actually have him pulled up. There he is. Woo! So let's do this. Share a little screen here. Boop. Pretty gosh darn cool looking, right? Again, I'm trying so hard not to go down this slippery slope, but yeah, it looks phenomenal. Sculpt looks great. The alternate heads are dope. I like that you kind of get the ability to have kind of the classic costume with a modern flair. It just looks awesome. So super excited to possibly check that out in the future. A couple other awesome things. We got some Revenge of the Fifth stuff. Obviously, all the reveals from yesterday looking amazing. Yeah. And, like I said, we can talk some 1/6 scale stuff. Sideshow dropping a crap ton of awesome, like, Clone Wars figures. I think this is basically a straight re-release of their first Grievous, but with a new cape and some slight retooling. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Look at that crouch. That's just sexy. I'm sorry, but for a friggin' asthmatic droid killer person monster, just super cool. Big fan of this reveal. They're also doing an animated Obi-Wan and Anakin, which just look astounding. There's Bishop. Also new on the 1/6 scale scene, EXO, coming with their Star Trek First Contact Picard, which looks amazing. Panther, I like this take on Bishop, kind of like a cross between the last X-Man and the Foxverse. I agree. I can hear the coughing. I was disappointed with Star Wars yesterday. I figured they would have done more reveals from Hasbro. They already had revealed quite a few figures, so I mean, I'd be very curious to see what comes. Are you on YouTube right now? I am. Again, I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers on there so I can have a URL on there instead of youtube.com/. Because right now it's just a bunch of things. So if you give me one moment, I will pull up my stream. .com. Boop. Actually, if you look up the title of this, which is Toy Talk, or Let's Talk Toys, it should pop up as live. Or not. Good gravy. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Home. I want to go to my channel. Why is it not letting me go to my channel? Boop. Your channel. All right. So I am dropping it in the chat. Boop. Oh, Mitch Falcon. Thank you for hopping in there. So yeah, if you click that link, that'll take you over to the YouTube stream. Team YouTube, Team Twitch. I'm all for it. I just want to talk toys with everybody. So, Dave, what side do you stand, Sith or Jedi? What do you think? No, seriously, what do you think? I'm really curious. Because honestly, right now, if it was my honest opinion, I'd probably say Gungan. Just because I feel like a goon some days, and that's okay. Subbed. Right on. Thank you, Mantooth. I appreciate that. Mitch Falcon. Trooper? Trooper who? Oh, no, not Gungan Trooper. Oh, Stormtrooper? No. I'm a big dude. I'm 6'4", too tall to be a Stormtrooper. Could be like a Dark Trooper. Watching AEW also, I'm actually not tonight. Again, because I was able to get Dave coming on here with from Father's Figures. I thought it'd be kind of cool just to do that. I'm gonna try to catch Blood and Guts because I really want to be watching it live. But I figure it would be easier just to talk toys for now. Also, it's kind of hard when I'm trying to watch and read the comments and when I'm solo on here because then I miss comments. And I was going to say Jar Jar sidekick. Wait, me as Jar Jar sidekick? Did you see the Hot Toys Captain America that was released announced? Yes. The Fal Cap looks amazing. The Bucky from that show looks amazing. I'm pretty much all in on that line because god dang, they look cool. Life expectancy of a trooper of any kind is very short. One shot, you're out. And yet, Jar Jar lives. I was able to get that Shock Trooper, and Yak Face posted a link for the Clone Wars Black Series figures, and I picked up Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Hawk. That's dope. Again, I'm trying so hard. Black Series is such an amazing line, and there's so many figures that I've sat and gotten super itchy for and gone, I want that. But at the last minute, I'm like, no, you collect too many lines. So I've been pretty good. I think legit my Black Series figures consist of a custom Adidas Trooper that I did, a Jar Jar, and a young Lando from the Solo movie. Because I was like, dude, I need a friggin' Donald Glover figure. That's friggin' sweet. Bad Batch was awesome. Decided to go back and watch Clone Wars while waiting for new episodes to drop. Dude, Bad Batch was insane. If you guys want to do like a spoiler stream on that sometime, I'm all for it. Or not even a spoiler stream. Maybe we'll talk this first batch, the non-Bad Batch, maybe in a week, where we give people plenty of time to watch because that'd be super fun. No Super Spike. I did not try to get any Target pre-orders today, but Instagram told me many were out of luck. Thankfully, I generally find stuff in stores man, Target's kind of burned me out. I don't even really want to try. I just almost don't want to try for any pre-orders with them because I've had so many canceled. I've had so many that just vanished essentially, where I'm like, I think this is canceled. I had a hold on my card, the hold went away, all of a sudden I can't find it on my account. Super irritating. Quintillion, hell yeah. Also welcome. Obi-Wan for life, hell yeah. I always enjoy the graphic of it shows Obi-Wan over 15-year 19-year difference. He just ages like milk in the sun. Meanwhile, Ewan McGregor looks stunning this far later. Well, the Walmart pre-orders went as smooth as they always do. I don't know how they've gone for you, but they've gone horribly for me in any timeline. The dark side awaits. Target hasn't gone up yet. Unfortunately, their exclusives did go up on Zavvi, though. Oh, bummer. Do you collect pop figures? They dropped some new Motu on EE today. I don't. Honestly, the couple pops that I have are all like creatures. I have Ludo from Dark Crystal, or not Dark Crystal, Labyrinth. I have Sprocket from Fraggle Rock. And I think that might be it. Quintillion, I don't believe you. Whoa, I still feel salty. The single pack DC Multiverse Shriek was put up with the wrong head. Wait, really? Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was a bit ago. I was like, there was another one? I hate sand. But I love pod racing. Walmart, the pre-orders as smooth as curdled milk. Ugh. First time ordering on Walmart, and it was easy for me. Well, congratulations, dude, because that's flipping sweet. Because if you can take it, run with it. By the way, you should check out Elsa Charretier's new YouTube channel. Great production value, and she takes some nice dope. I'll definitely have to check that out. Mr. Ryan Clark, can you drop a link in the chat Because yeah, check it out. Odin Rose, that is a big tick. I said tick with a T. I know I don't enunciate sometimes. Sorry. Yes, no, that is the talking tick from Playmates. But as I was talking about on the last stream, when we had some technical difficulties on Monday, one problem with the tick toys, it does actually, it looks pretty good on camera, but his torso discolored. And it did that on pretty much all of my Playmates ticks outside of like the ones with t-shirts. Like I have the I Dig Dinosaur Neil and I Heart Wheat tick, and they didn't because they have, you know, brightly colored t-shirts and stuff on, instead of the all blue plastic. But you'd think with it being all blue, it wouldn't fade. Like it would be, you know, pure blue through and through. Need to repaint that big tick. I agree. Oh, it's Bandai. Wait, I thought we were talking about that it was Playmates. Why did I think that was? I don't know. It's been one of those days. Need to repaint that big tick. I agree. I actually put some matte sealer on it the other day in hopes that it would hold up. But still faded over the years. I mean, that one I've had. I mean, I've had that since college, which, Jesus, 12 years ago. Oh, okay. I can see slightly on the cam. Yeah, as bad as the vintage Stormtroopers yellowing. Not as bad. It's off. It's like the blue yellowed, so it's almost like that same hue of blue, but green. It's very strange. Earthworm Jim was Playmates. Thank you. Sorry, across the streams. But yeah, no, I was a big the tick line. I had a few figures growing up, and then more recently, I kind of just kept jumping on, picking them up whenever I found them, like the man-eating cow and oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I have sewer urchin. I have I want Deflator Mouse. I was trying to think. Batmanuel was him in the live action. Never does. At least not on Twitch. It's super frustrating. That is still good looking after 12 years. Oh well, I mean, it's an OG tick. So I mean, I think that came out in 96, 94. I want a man-eating cow so bad. Man, there was a collectible store here in the city that had one sitting on the shelf since I was a kid. Like, you know, I mean, you know, I'm 34, and I bet you it had been there since I was like 10 years old. And finally, I walked up and I picked it up. I brought it up to the front. I knew the store owner at this point just from doing local shows and such. And I said, hey, man, like, this card is beating the crap. Like, I've really wanted this figure for a long time. And I've always hemmed and hawed. And he went, dude, just take it. And hooked me up. So I was pretty stoked about that. The card literally like fell off in my car. Like the bubble rather fell off. Thank you, Mr. Ryan Clark. I got the link. I will see if I can actually post it because it keeps blocking links. I can talk. I swear I can talk. Maybe, possibly, a little bit. I'm not good at this. Got it. There we go. Elsa Chartier. Fantastic. I have the tissue sample tick, green translucent plastic, and that hideous pun was a must-buy back in the day. I have him. He's actually upstairs as kind of a haha joke when you come in the house. On the side of the door, there's some shelves right in there because we're working on the kitchen. And I have Mucus Tick, I have Blight, and Muckman, and I call them the Booger Crew, just kind of as a funny thing. I don't know. But not, it goes $30 that goes for any eBay. Oh, that's not bad. By any chance do you know Scott Iswander from NerdSync? I feel like a stream with the two of you would be long and mad entertaining. I don't think so. But dude, shoot me a message on Instagram. That one. Drop me a message and I'll reach out to him, because I reached out to a bunch of people today when we had when you know, stuff kind of fell apart. So on the bright side, we'll be getting some fun people on here in the future. I got the Kyle Peterson, who's like the master collector of WWE Mattels and just wrestling figures, like insane collection, really awesome dude. Check out his YouTube channel as well. I believe it's the Kyle Peterson. or just look up Kyle Peterson Collection. It's a fantastic channel, really cool folks, or really cool folk, really cool person. Hoping to get him on, hoping to get Wade in here. Just have some fun. I don't know if I can go the distance with Wade though, like Robo does. I cut it at 7 hours. Oh, thanks, man. You talk pretty damn well yourself. I once found a Green Lantern 5-pack that I talked down from 100 to 80. Hey, man, every bit counts, dude. I don't know, is Mattel Walmart pack with Guy? Oh, I don't know if Scott is a collector, but he is a comic guy. Hell yeah. And that's the fun thing is we'll be doing some more like comics talk. And on here, I can kind of talk whatever, we can talk wrestling. We can talk 1/6 scale. We can talk 1/12 scale. We can talk toys, collecting. We can talk news. We can talk comics. We can talk comic production. We can talk whatever, that's pretty fun. With the NECA reveal for their Muckman this week, which one are you leaning towards, NECA or Super 7? For me, Super 7. Again, I have more attachment to the vintage toy than I did his appearance on the cartoon. And that's kind of how I'm collecting those lines, is basically if I dug the toy as a kid, but never really thought about the cartoon, like design, if that makes sense. It's kind of how my psycho brain works, just so that I can kind of narrow down what I'm collecting, just because, man alive, like you want to talk about beating the crap out of your wallet between NECA and Super 7. It's like it just keeps on coming, man. It's wicked. But I do have pictures of that Muckman that I had pulled up, and let's do this. I gotta figure out the hotkeys for sharing a screen, because that would be super helpful. So there he is. You got Joe Eyeball. The cool feature of this is they're actually going to pack him with slime, which is pretty rad. There's a fantastic picture of, yeah, there's a good one. Also, Joe Eyeball looks so creepy outside the can. There it is. I don't know why. The fact that Eyeball is just chilling out in the can with goo like it's a slimy bath. Just it's unsettling. Get all the turtles, man. Speaking of my buddy Dave, who has an amazing collection. Dave, you want to come on? I will gladly shoot you a link right now. You don't need a Twitch account or anything. You just need some sort of webcam. Legit, drop a comment below and we'll get you on tonight if you want to come on. And then we'll get you back on for Turtle Talk. I get really bad FOMO, so I can understand your pain. Oh man, dude, it's rough. Did you see? I think Netflix or Amazon is getting a Samurai Rabbit: The Usagi Chronicles. I did, and I'm super stoked. I've been very lucky in my career as a comic creator to get to know Stan Sakai very well over the years, and he's an amazing person. And yeah, the funny thing is he treats everybody amazingly. So, he might not know me from Adam, despite me having known him for so many years. But he's a fantastic dude, and I couldn't be happier for him. What up, Pain Apps? How's it going, man? MTS Comics, did you get your hands on any of the Spawn figures from McFarlane Kickstarter? I did. I got the original, and legit, it was an amazing figure. I overhyped it to myself, and I was actually disappointed in some of the articulation choices and some of the things with the cape and a few other things. I had my gripes. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Thankfully, I had a few friends, one in particular who missed out on the Kickstarter, so I was able to hook him up for a good price. So it went to a good home, and it's actually very prominently displayed in his collection. So I was stoked that it made it to a good spot. David, everybody wants to see you. We literally talked about you like 10 minutes ago. This is my buddy Dave Tussler. So we'll get him on Turtle Talk for sure. And maybe we'll have to do an on-site collection video, Dave. So no Super 7 Usagi, not yet. I believe they've announced that he's coming though. So, I mean, I would probably actually get every version of Usagi that comes out, just because I love Usagi. Mitch Falcon, nice, been trying to find one of those. Oh, the Crime Syndicate pack back when it came. That's dope. Turtle Talk, Do you have any a show all about TMNT stuff? I do, and so it debuted last weekend. We're gonna do it once a month to start, and the goal is gonna be talking all things Turtles, comics, toys, movies, everything. We're gonna do it once a month. I'm gonna bring folks on. Me and my buddy Dan from the Bitter Marks podcast are gonna be basically co-hosting, talking all things Turtles. And we're going to be bringing on guests like Tussler X in the chat. Hopefully, like I said, he makes my poultry turtle collection look minuscule. He has an absolutely stunning collection, and I've only seen pictures since he's moved. It's beautiful. Very nice, very evil. Sorry, that was a different tangent. Watch out, though. The Ultraman chest discolors even though... What? Oh, sorry. Crime Syndicate pack. Gotcha. But yeah, Mantooth, check out my Twitch. Well, you're on my Twitch channel. Check it out. It should be in the videos below of past streams. It went to a farm upstate so you can play with other spawns. Shh. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. Dave, what's up? Pain Abs, how are those TMNT Mondo figures behind you? Worth the price? Yes, hell yes. And the cool thing is you can get them cheap right now. The only one that I pre-ordered direct from Mondo was legit the exclusive Donnie because he has the anti-grav mitt from the Donatello one-shot miniseries where it's a tribute to Jack Kirby, and I had like the children's book of that growing up. I loved the cartoon episode of that, and then that was my first the original Eastman and Laird like Mirage book. What's up? That slime from Muckman will get all over everything I own, but I pre-ordered it anyway. Just hope it doesn't come out during the holiday. Oh man, yeah. That slime, like growing up, because it came with everything in like the 90s. Like I remember the Daily Bugle playset. My friend got it for Christmas, set it up. I went over there, and he was like, "Look!" And it stained their tablecloth and everything. Like his mom already didn't like me, and I think that was the thing that broke the camel's back because she hated me from there on out. Do you think it will be easier for Super 7 to produce Usagi than NECA, as NECA is doing toons and Super 7 is doing old school figures? Horse apiece, really, because Usagi in the cartoon and the vintage toy have a very similar scheme. I think Super 7 will throw in more of a Stan Sakai influence on like a head sculpt or whatnot. So I think both of them are going to have a tough time doing it, especially now with the new Netflix deal. But fingers crossed. We need all of the Usagi Yojimbo's. Finally put to rest the fact that Raph is the best turtle on these Turtle Talks. Psh, Mikey, man. Here's the thing with turtles. There's 4 of them. Not everybody likes the same one. And that's okay. And I don't, it's one of those things like Robo and I go, blah, 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 blah. And we go back and forth. Donatello, Michelangelo, people like Raph, people like Leo, and the cool thing is they like turtles in the end. And that's all good by me. Thanks to you, I pre-ordered the Shin Ultraman. Oh, man, compared to the Mezco one, I know both are different versions, but the Bandai seems more proper lanky, and it's huge. It is. I am very, very, very itchy to get that. Chanting other Dave. Yeah. All the Daves. Valdez should be hopping on here any minute, so I'll keep an eye out for him. Advice on the ooze: get some Mattel slime from something like Breakout Beast. I find it to be the least runny. Right on. I actually really like Dollar Tree still has some of those barrels of slime. My son really, really liked those, and I repaint the barrels for dios and stuff. Yeah, Odin. You and me, man. Venus, get out. No, I kid. Because you know what? Venus has her place in Turtles lore. And you know what? It's pretty cool, all things considered. She was a weird addition at a strange time because that series was so rough. Good to know, Michael. Leo's a good, fine choice. Oh, man. I'm excited for Usagi, and Mikey is the best. See? I'm just saying. It's pulling the lead is getting further and further. I'm just kidding. Big Ed Han, you and Robo fight over the best turtle like brothers. In the end, you're both right and just end up playing with your favorite toys. Right? At the end of the day, toys, pop culture, just favorite properties. I mean, I've loved turtles since as long as I can remember. Someday I'll find some embarrassing photos and I'll pop them up on screen. It'll be great. You'll be like, ah, look at the fatty in his sleeping bag. No, I'm just kidding. That was my brother said. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I'm very tired today. I moved like legit a ton of dirt yesterday to set up some garden beds in our backyard. So I'm achy and tired. So if I get loopy, I apologize. It'll get better when I'm talking to someone in person. I can't guarantee that though. Reading any good comics lately? Yes. I just finished up Ginseng Roots by Craig Thompson. It's a mini series that he was putting out. Absolutely fantastic. I've been really liking Amazing Spider-Man. Of course, Ninja Turtles has been stunning. I found a very strange and weird pack of comics the other day of Mr. T and the T-Force. And I picked it up and I'm kind of itchy to read it. It's just a bundle of comics and I'm very curious to actually read the whole run because I only ever had the issue 1, which is an absolutely ridiculous comic. It's a Mr. T story illustrated by Neil Adams and has such great lines as, "It's a crack baby, fool." Technically, there's 6 counting Venus and the new one from the comics. Yeah, Jenica. Jenica is the new female turtle. Lots of teams have clear best/coolest member. Turtle is not that. TMNT is personality test. 4 distinct personalities given equal weight. Oh, and you know what? Next mutation was weird in general. Yes. Stan, you're entitled to your opinion, and I respect that. But you know what? We got Mr. Dave Valdez here. I see he just popped on, so I'm going to add him to the chat. Dave, I'm going to bring you on in a 3, a 2, a 1. I don't know why I'm a licking reference there, but what up, dude? How's it going?
Man?
Good. So we've just been talking in the chat and everything. I've been hyping you up. We've been talking a lot of turtles. Tussle X, don't forget Lita. Oh, yeah. Sorry, we're deep dive into turtle stuff. You like turtles, you know.
What are we talking about with turtles?
Everything.
Okay.
We were just talking comics a moment ago. Ryan Clark in the chat brought up, what are you reading? And I said I just picked up the entire run of Mr. T and the T-Force.
Whoa.
And yes, it does have the trading card in it. And Odin Rose, double Daves. We're D&D. But so Dave, tell the people who you are and what you do, man.
Well, my name's Dave also. And for, I don't know, how long am I doing toy photography? That's what I do. I take pictures of toys. And I've been doing it probably for 7 years, maybe now.
At least. Because you've been doing it as long as I've known you.
Yeah, probably.
So hold up and actually, here, we can show off some of your fantastic work here. Cool. Check out Father's Figures on Instagram. Go give him a follow right now because he's an absolutely great dude with stunning shots. This one I legit stopped and stared at for a good 5 minutes yesterday, man.
Yeah, that one was, I shot that on Monday night, actually.
Oh, dude.
I was racing Tuesday morning to get that one edited.
Yeah, as you can see, his work is fantastic. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we're just gonna kind of chat on here. We go all the way to 9, so you can stay as long as you'd like, my friend. If you gotta go though, you gotta go, bro.
I'll let you know.
But a former toy photographer in his house in Pale Aragorn, you still photograph. But so let's say what got you into toys? What got you into collecting?
Well, I mean, growing up, I had tons of toys. I mean, Star Wars was the main thing, but I mean, I dabbled from G.I. Joe to Mask and Transformers and then Turtles and everything. So I was born in 82, grew up throughout the 80s, so all that stuff was and then my little brother's 5 years younger, so then that kind of kept me in Turtles for through a lot of the 90s, and I wasn't really into Power Rangers huge as a kid because I was just a little bit younger than mine.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I love that stuff growing up. I love the movies, I love comics, love video games, right? And I really wasn't collecting probably I don't know. I would pick up things here and there, like in high school, like Star Wars toys, like when Phantom Menace came out. Kind of
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
up that kind of jumps you back into the nostalgia of collecting, and so I pick up things here and there. I wasn't really collecting. Um, and then I lived in LA for like 4 years and didn't have a dime that entire time just because
Yeah,
that's an expensive place to live. Um,
it's LA.
yeah, so I had just like a couple things on my shelf. Then like my Hank McCoy figure, Beast from X-Men. I had Leonardo and I forget a couple other favorites.
Lots of
And
blue.
yeah, yep. And yeah, but when I moved back from LA, and life wasn't so flipping expensive anymore, that's when I started kind of picking up things here and there. Like Marvel started doing like Legos, so that was one of the first things I ever did like photos of, and that kind of coincided with Instagram becoming a thing. And that was when you post stuff on Instagram at the time, it's like, oh, here's a sandwich I had for lunch. Is this what I'm doing? Am I doing
Yeah.
Instagram right? um,
Am I a
and
grammar?
right, and then like kind of figuring out how hashtags are used, and then kind of exploring hashtags. When I first started kind of taking pictures of like little Lego things, like I got the Deadpool helicopter Magneto Wolverine set.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that one?
Like the first X-Men set.
Yeah. And it was like one of the first Deadpool things. Like, I mean, because back then, like everything Deadpool was so hard to get a hold of. Like
Yeah.
the Diamond Select Deadpool from back then was like the only one I really had.
Dude, I remember unpacking cases of those.
Yeah.
Like,
Not a great figure.
no, it's not. But yet, I remember being like having to unpack 3 times during the shifts. Like just had to keep on restacking. Actually, the funny thing is you are the same age as my older brother, and I am the same age as your younger brother.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's crazy. I think we figured that out probably time and time again before.
Right.
It's one of those
His name Mike?
No.
Okay. That's my brother's name.
Fair enough.
I couldn't remember. But no, like, so wanting to take pictures on Instagram, share what I was into, like share what I was doing.
Yeah.
I would share like little clips of comics or drawings that I did, and hashtagging, and just kind of like exploring hashtags, seeing what other people were into, like in terms of those comic characters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started kind of stumbling into people who did toy photography for real, like not just kind of dabbling. Like you look at a photo of this King Kong toy, and it's like beautiful, like great photography, great posing. It's not just like someone setting up a toy on their table. And I don't know, I got really inspired by that, and I've been into photography and video things since forever, pretty much. So I definitely had to relearn photography.
Yeah.
Because I took a few photography courses in high school, and like, so I knew what an ISO was and an f-stop was, but then over the course of 12 years, I just didn't know what
went away.
Yeah, exactly. Very much went away. So yeah, I had to relearn all of that, which was a challenge like at first, but got the hang of it, and I guess I'm still learning. You never really stop learning how to do certain things, but
you definitely figured it out, to say the least. I mean, you've done some phenomenal work for some major brands, man.
Yeah, that was I don't remember the year that I first.
Tell the people who you've worked with.
I'm getting there. I don't know what year it was when like I got Hasbro's attention, where
Meta.
Right. There was like a shot of Ray that I did, and I don't remember if they had put it out there to hashtag your photos with Hasbro Toy Pick.
Mm-hmm.
But they had announced that they were going to like look for photos under that specific hashtag as part of a some kind of opportunity coming up. And I went, and the photos I was doing, like, was working really hard, like on special effects, getting the firecrackers just right, and like doing all these like kind of elaborate things. And then the one shot of mine that they ended up wanting to use for it was like this really simple shot of Ray on the beach, like when my girlfriend at the time, we were in Florida on vacation, and it was like the sun going down. I'm like, oh, like there's this perfect like light, I want to capture this. And
Hmm.
Had my girlfriend like sprinkling sand in the shot, so like it kind of looks like a wind kicking up around Ray or something. But that's the shot that they use, and they ended up using me and about 12 other toy photographers, I think. And
You were up at San Diego, man.
yeah, they were using our photos for Comic-Con in San Diego, and then they kept using those like throughout the year. I think they used them again at New York, and I forget where else. But um, Star Wars Celebration, like again a couple years later, they use our stuff, and they yeah, for a few different promos, they were getting a hold of us, some of us toy photographers, to do promo shots for social media campaigns, and yeah,
Yeah,
so
dude.
that's like the big one.
Yeah, dude. I remember you freaking out about it. You coming to the shop,
Yeah,
and that's how I got to know Dave was when I worked at the comic shop, and we got started talking about stuff, and all of a sudden you were like, "Dude, I'm gonna be here," and I was at San Diego that year, and I remember just being like, "Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
yeah,
Where is
yeah,
it?"
yeah,
So that was so freaking cool, man.
yeah.
Um, so we do have a couple people in the chat that are asking some questions. Um, First and foremost, because you came in on a hot button subject,
Oh,
new Dave, who's your favorite turtle? You kind of answered that one already.
I'm a Leonardo guy.
The lead is growing now. It's been Leo, Mikey, Donnie, Raph,
I mean, I love them all. I don't have a
Yeah.
least favorite turtle by any means.
Hashtag all turtles are my turtles.
Right, exactly. Actually, here's my NECA Leo that was
Nice.
been on my shelf forever.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, the funny thing is I never had the red band. I got like the bootlegs with the colored bandanas.
Yeah, yeah. I got those too actually later. So I got this guy when I was living in LA, and I got him at some souvenir shop like on Hollywood Boulevard or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
Boulevard. And I saw that they had them all. They had all the red band turtles like in those round
That's cool.
containers, and I just didn't have the cash. I was like, but I need that Leo. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I sure wish I would have gotten all those at the time.
Dude, yeah, because I mean, the funny thing is I feel bad kind of saying it, but the bootlegs of those now are almost better quality because they're of slightly better plastic.
Okay.
But because I have a legit black and white set on the shelf, and like that as compared to the bootleg ones, like I don't know, they have a little bit more bend to them, like a little bit more flex. They're less rigid, which I dig. Tussler in the comments, those red bands are the best.
I know, I love them. They're great.
I'll right on. See, Mr. Ryan, they're the turtles to have for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why, like, later getting into collecting and getting more into like hearing people's opinions on toys, and someone said, these bootlegs are actually not bad, and I wanted the whole set so bad, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for the bootlegs, and I've used them a little bit. I haven't shot them lately, just because I've been shooting the movie versions of them.
Which again, absolutely stunning figures.
Yeah.
I tried something last weekend called Turtle Talk that we'll have to bring you back on for. Basically, it's this, but we talk nothing but turtles. I have a whole overlay and everything, and it's goofy and all that jazz. But here, check it out. We'll jump brands for a second. Oh, Turtle Talk! Look out!
We're in the sewer.
What?
Just like that.
But so meta.
What I'm resting my feet on right now is I have this tub that's full of the old, not old, I don't know how old it is, probably early 2000s, but the sewer set.
Right on.
That I painted, that I did like a base coat of paint on, but I haven't finished because I love to use this for photos.
I was like, bring it up.
This whole bin right here.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the 2012 set. So legit on the wall behind my monitor, I scored one of those for Ollie, and it's like once we moved into here, the storage under the steps became his sewer layer. So I legit zipped it into the wall so that it's a little bit more durable. But I'm like, once he moves on past that, it's getting a little repaint, and I'll be making some dios out of it probably.
Yeah, man. I've got this other dio I've been working on forever, where I wanted to do a building, like a rooftop dio, sure. And I was like, well, I'd love to pose the turtles on there. I was like, well, I should make it like have that kind of step in it, like the first comic where they're kind of like stacked up. So that turned into okay, not just a rooftop, then it's like, well, if I'm gonna make a rooftop, I might as well do all the sides of it.
Yeah. Oh,
And if I'm
geez.
gonna make all four sides, I might as well do the inside too.
Jesus, man.
So like, this is one of the pieces right here,
Whoo,
like
man.
an L shape, and this is for the tick.
Yeah.
Running through.
I,
But outside,
right there.
inside, and
That's
eventually I'll
awesome,
have
man.
turtles sitting up on here. Actually, that's the wrong side. The elbow's good.
That's sick, dude.
And the piece that is going to shoot is not yet fully painted. So
Very nice, dude. That's sick looking, man. Gene 2099 in the chat. I'm down for all comic turtles, even the Jim Lee turtles. I had a run about 7-8 years ago where I was making the Leonardo. He was missing, right? Because it was Donnie, Mikey, and Raph that was made, and then Leo didn't get made. Is that right? I don't know. I made like 8 of that figure, 8 or 9 of that figure, and it was just like out of all the other parts, it was fun, but I never want to look at that set of turtles again.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh my god. Yesterday on his stream, Cincy Nerd told the story of how his wife discovered he was into collecting and was wondering if either of you had a similar story. Dave, we'll start with you.
Sure. No. So my wife is like the opposite of me in terms of like being a fan of anything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when we first started dating, like, well, what's your favorite movie? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, she just like any kind of nerd things that's just completely not on her radar. She grew up a little different than I did.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, for me it was just like movies, TV, everything all the time. And but after a few dates, I think I was talking about like I was wanting to do a photo shoot or something. Or I've been talking about how I was into photography, and then she was asking me what I was in, like, what do I take pictures of? So I was like, well, and at that point, this was only like, I don't know, when did we start going out? Probably 4 or 5 years ago now. But I already had a following on Instagram, so I could kind of like say, you know, I this isn't just like me being weird. Like people like what I do, I guess. So I had that to fall back on, which is nice. But I think I said something to the effect of like, yeah, well,
Odin loves your Dio.
Yeah, I'm excited to finish it, and instead I play video games. No, but I had said, you know, like it sounds weird, and it is weird. I can't say it's not weird.
Not weird.
That I take pictures of toys, and that's what I do. And she's like, oh, okay. And she was, I mean, not very judgmental about it at all. And so she kind of equated it to because her mom is like super into doll collecting.
Oh, okay.
And like goes to, you know, different group
shows,
gatherings, different, you know, like, I mean, like we have our toy posse get-togethers. I mean, she travels for doll shows and has groups that she meets with and everything. So she could equate it to that.
Mm-hmm. Right on. My story is not nearly as exciting. My wife and I have been together. Well, we've known each other since high school, and I've always been me. It just never changed. You know, a lot of other folks wanted to go out partying or drinking or whatnot, and I was like, I'm good. I got to work on stuff. You know, I got to work on pages. I got to work on this, and you know, it was that thing of. I mean, obviously, this is a little more hardcore than when I was in high school,
of course,
because now I have adult money to buy a. I'm not going to say that phrase. I was going to say adult-oriented figures.
Right. You don't just like stuff.
Yeah, but you know, it's that thing of, I don't know. It's something that is very cool because much like you, she's very much the opposite. You know, she has her couple kind of fandom things that she likes, but you know, nothing like this. She's very much a minimalist.
Yeah.
So like she'll come in here and just go, I'm gonna go in the other room.
Yeah.
Like she thinks it's cool looking and all that jazz, but just not her jam. And you know, that's fine by me. You know, we have other interests that we share. And then I get something like this, and she goes, "What the hell, dude?" It's so good.
I want him,
dude. There is a bunch over at the Target by me. We'll talk after the stream.
No, I mean I've actually walked past them. I mean I go to Target downtown like all the time, so I walk past them. But I'm like, maybe I'll get it on sale. That's like
It,
my thing.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's it's one of those strange things where it's May, and I got this. I unboxed it. I'm like, this could be possibly my figure of the year. Like I'm such a huge MODOK nerd, and the
Mhm.
swappable faces and stuff. It hits on all the right notes for me.
Right, right.
I love to hear, I guess, since he had a closet in his apartment for his collection that his wife eventually stumbled on. Oh, dang. I didn't get to finish the stream when I was watching, so that's kind of funny though. Oh my God, you're Nope, you're not Batman. You're a toy collector. So because this is Let's Talk Toys, let's talk some toys. Um what are your favorite figs, man? Like I know you mentioned Leo and whatnot, but let's go top five, man. What are your top five figs that you own?
Like single figs. Oh my gosh.
I bring the hard hitting questions.
No, yeah. Man, that's hard. I like my King Kong, my figure monster arts, not figure arts. King Kong from the 2005 movie.
Nice.
That's a figure that it has three different heads. It's got like the goofy looking face. It's got like the really mad face and the kind of the normal face. But there's so much you can do with it, and I don't know. I just had a lot of fun posing that.
That's all those monster arts are amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the new Kong. Like finally getting that version of Kong.
That and he comes with the axe.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: he has
Right.
tools. Um, and Quintillion,
Iron,
you're welcome.
right. The Iron Giant's one of my favorites. That's one of those figures. I mean, because I love the movie so much. Like, I was like one of those people who was always like telling people because so many people don't know about the Iron Giant, and it's like, okay, you got to watch this movie. You haven't seen Iron Giant? I'm going to lend it to you. You're going to watch it. You're going to love it.
So good.
And then
I have my lender for that, like $5 copy.
When Mondo announced that they were doing it, I was like, yes, I need it. I must have it. Don't care how much it is. And then I saw how much it was, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm gonna get it anyway. So yeah, that's
Neb. He's talking about the Mondo.
yeah.
Iron Giant, the first release.
Yeah, yep. It's 16 inches tall, and it's more than a couple $100.
That is the figure the one figure I regret ever selling, but I had to sell it when I had to sell it. So
yeah, and I don't know if I'll ever let go of mine. I love it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else I've shot a bunch that I really like. I've been really liking the Revoltech, the amazing, what are they called? Amazing whatevers.
Amazing Yamaguchi.
Yamaguchi, there it is. Yeah, like the articulation on those, like the kind of poses you can get them into, is unlike any other figure. Like you can, the ab crunch is like you can bend Spider-Man in half, and he's
and then some.
Right.
Quintillion brought up, Neb Shapiro brought up Diamond Select just put out that 7-inch figure, which is still fantastic quality. That's a little easier on the wallet.
Right. I don't know, man. Like, I guess I look at some of the even the Black Series stuff. Like, I really like some of those early ones. Like that, the first Boba Fett they did is still just a gorgeous figure.
It is. And they just did a new one that just came out too.
Yeah, the Return of the Jedi one.
Yeah, the Jedi version. That one I've seen once in the store, and I was like, "That's really cool." And someone came back like, "Haha!" I was like, "Oh, well, all right." Wasn't go bad enough. Anyways, Tussler X in the chat. What about Transformers?
Ooh, yeah, that actually is one of my favorite figures. Is my MP10 Optimus Prime.
Hell yeah!
Because that was like a figure where it was like the second release. It wasn't the first release that I got of it. I know that.
Like 20th anniversary or something.
Right. But it was one of those where I'd seen online. It's like that is like, it looks like Optimus Prime from the cartoon.
Chat with the Matrix and everything.
Yeah, he's up on my shelf there somewhere. But like, I like the difference between your shelves and my shelves. Your shelves is like beautiful display. Mine's like everything's in a bin.
I got to light everything still, like, because that's for this and everything else. I like being able to see everything.
Yeah.
Also, really easy reference. Everybody in the chat can attest. Like when we're on here, whenever we're talking, I'm like, "Oh, you mean this?" Oh, you mean this?
Right,
Like
right.
pulling stuff down. But
But no,
dude,
that Optimus was like pretty much a grail piece for me at the time because it's like I never had. I was as a kid, I wanted like a great Optimus Prime figure, and like either the one I had was broken or it was like one of those later editions
yeah,
that just is garbage.
dude, I had no idea the Optimus Prime, like the G1 Optimus Prime, had hands. I didn't know that until I was like a teenager because I got ours was like a hand me down, and I was like, I had no idea.
Right, right,
Like, he just has headlights for hands. And
right.
that MP10, man, I had it for a while. When I was in college, the Walmart out by my school had it, and like I went, I was there was no price tag or anything, and I brought it up front. I'm like, hey, can I get a price on this? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's not scanning, and there's like no tag in front of it. They're like, well, go back. There should be a tag in front of it, and they had stocked them all in front of this. It just said Transformers MP. I didn't know what that meant, so I just took it up front. I brought it up. Well, it was definitely not for that figure because it scanned out at like $10.99. So I legit went back, grabbed I used my credit card for something irresponsible for the first time and bought all four that were on the shelf. And I made some of my friends have the best Christmas ever that year.
Oh man.
And I kept one for a very, very long time. I only sold it a little bit ago because I got that monstrosity back there. If you ever need a true 1/12 scale Optimus,
I was eyeing that actually even before you talked. I was looking at that like, ooh, that's the Optimus I want. Like, I want to shoot with that.
so dude, if you ever want to shoot it, swing on by. You gotta check it out. It's a heavy son bitch.
Yeah.
I
was thinking maybe put him with like Snake Eyes, maybe.
That's who's on his shoulder right now.
Oh, perfect.
And I have Timber down at his feet.
Nice.
I can grab him, bring him over to camera here in a little bit.
Oh, man.
I got the knockoff MP10. I love all the G1 stuff. Hell yeah. Iron Man MCU version, Beast, Superman, Black Series, Luke Skywalker, and Kid Nova, my top favorite figures. It's a solid tops. Big Head Han in the chat. Got super lucky and got the 20-inch Trendmasters Iron Giant. I saw literally collecting dust behind a couch at a friend's house. An old roomie left it there. Nice. That's some fantastic luck. Ironhide and Ratchet don't even have heads. It's very true from the G1s. Yeah, man. No, that's some solid picks, dude. I mean, and the funny thing is, monsters and giant robots. What's not to love there, right. You know? Now that you said the 5 that you have.
Oh, okay.
What are the top 5 that you would like to have in your collection to shoot or just to have on the shelf to go, ooh, or to play with?
I'm really bad at displaying figures. Like, I don't really have a place in my house where I just have stuff sitting up. Just because it's always like things are moving this way and that for toy shoots, and let's see. That big Optimus.
I was gonna say I'll grab him to bring him in the shot.
I don't know, man. Maybe some of those like Sideshow Hot Toys Star Wars stuff.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh. The size of that boy.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a little big.
Oh man.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta clear the deck. He'll just chill out here for the rest of the stream. And most of him's die cast.
Wow, dude.
And he lights up, but I took all the batteries out when I moved, and then once I got him transformed, I'm like, I don't want to put the batteries back in him.
Right.
And yes, he is my Cybertronian son. And yes, it is the Lewin Atlas figure. I do have I got the upgrade kit for it, which was like $12. So I was like, worth it. So he has a communicator or he has different communicator windows, and then he has it's not even on camera. The Autobot symbol, and it comes with a colored one and a silver one, so you can emulate the G1 look or the show look.
Cool.
But yeah, the one neat thing, his blaster, which looks like just a blaster for a person, but it collapses down and actually goes in his back.
Sweet.
So for storage and whatnot, it's yeah. Odin Rose in the chat. It's like holding a baby. It's heavier than a baby, man.
It's a big baby.
Yeah, I somewhere I have a picture of when I got it and I transformed it for the first time, and my son, who was 2.5, three when I got it, is standing next to it and only like 2 inches taller than it. Um, so I jokingly called it his brother for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he lives in the studio. I do actually pose him every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean the scary thing is he's all ratcheted.
Wow.
So if you can hear the resonance. But for reference, that's a GI Joe classified Snake Eyes. It is truly 1/12 scale.
That's so awesome.
It is
Like,
yeah, it's
oh, man.
stunning figure. It's scary because like legit at my old house in the studio, I had him up on my desk behind my monitors. And one time, I don't know what happened. There was a big boom by my house, and legit, we heard what I thought was a tree hitting the house. It was this guy falling off my desk, and didn't break anything. He fell onto my computer chair, and that was enough to.
Wow. Yeah, I
But
don't even know where I would shoot that guy. Like, I'm trying to think of a place I would take him
outside, you would shoot him outside.
Right. Yeah.
But the cool, like again, uh, so the figure, all of these are fully articulated.
Right.
And then for holding the blaster and whatnot, it has these slots in the palm. So that, let's see if I can catch the light. That slot on the handle clips right in.
Perfect. That's awesome.
So yeah, no, it is. When people say, you know, like a Transformers masterpiece, I'm like, this is legit it. Like I literally sold off, I think 97.5% of the rest of the Transformers I own. I still have an Optimus Primal that I got when I was like 15, and him outside of like, you know, some of my brothers and mine from when we were little. But yeah, this guy is pretty much it for Transformers in the studio, which has been like the only way that I've been able to keep myself from buying some of the like the Kingdom figures and stuff like that, because they're cool looking. Like modern Transformers, like especially the ones that you see every day, are affordable and they're really cool looking.
Yeah.
But yes. So outside of this dude, what else are you going?
Oh gosh.
Left Sentinel is going to give that Optimus Prime a run for its money. Oh, they're going to wrestle. That is probably going to be in the backdrop once the Sentinel comes out.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to do too. Is like take inventory of who in the area has a Sentinel, and just like, because I have one, I'll have one.
Tester,
like,
Tester is getting like 10.
What?
That he's keeping for himself, and I think the rest are being sold off.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but is he gonna open them? Is he gonna box guy or?
Hit both. And he's got a big enough place that he could successfully display an army of Sentinels.
Well, we'll all have to get together like in a park somewhere and bring your Sentinel day and just like do an awesome photo shoot.
I'm just gonna show up with this guy instead of the Sentinel though, and just be like, "Oh, sorry, wrong party." Just turn around and leave. That's how they need to start doing Power Rangers Megazords. Man, could you imagine a Megazord like this?
That'd be so cool. I'm
still so angry. Jakks Pacific was gonna do, when they were doing those like big like 24-inch tall stormtroopers, and like first, you know, like the First Order troopers and Rey and like the I always want to say Crimson Guard. It's not the Crimson Guard, but all those, they were going to do one of those of the Mighty Morphin Megazord. Okay. Which, I mean, it would have been big hollow plastic, but man alive, I would have loved to have taken a crack at painting one of those. Like, because that would have been like, imagine this dude and the Megazord and the Sentinel standing off, like wrestling with one another.
So cool. Yeah, like my MP10. Well, all of the Masterpiece Transformers, because I have Optimus, I have Soundwave, I have Starscream, and Megatron. But they all need weathering, like a really good weathering paint job on them.
Oh yeah.
Just to like make them stand out and look a little more
cool. Pop them, you know.
Yeah.
Mitch Falcon, I encourage this idea.
Yeah.
Dave, we're gonna have a Sentinel. You know what? Okay, Dave, mark your calendar. When the Sentinels come out, We're gonna go get some baby Bjorns, and we're gonna go walk the Mall of America
Oh my
with
gosh, I love this
sentinels
idea.
on our chest. We're gonna do it live here on Twitch too. Because why
I'm
the
in.
fuck
I'm
not?
in.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be so embarrassing when we actually have to do it, but damn it, I'm so excited.
I don't get embarrassed. I'm down for anything.
Oh, dude, that's very true. I got a Unicron. He can face off with your Prime. Oh,
Maybe.
shoot. I still haven't seen one of those in person.
Yeah.
I'm itching, man. I really am curious. I have the Masterpiece Prime. I thought he was big. Yikes. He is big for relatively speaking.
Mhm.
This is a damn monstrosity. He's gorgeous, but damn. My brain just exploded. You're welcome. Okay, so we got one.
Hot Toys Chewy.
Ooh, good call.
Like a Hot Toys Chewbacca.
Would you want to go New Hope or would you want to go or sequels?
Honestly, either.
Or Solo. I think they released one for Solo too.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like how they shot him in the movies, like in Solo, he looked almost better than he's ever looked. I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just looked beautiful.
Figure, however, I think the New Hope version is it. At least in my opinion, the mix of the hair, I think, looked the best on it. Like the Solo and like the sequel ones look super blonde, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I like the muzzles on the later releases a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you really have to do some primping on it to make it look right. But
so,
is there a day one with Life Day robe?
You could easily make a custom robe for that. Are you kidding?
Oh my! The Asgardian robe that comes with Thor.
There you go.
Plop it. Oh.
I mean, like, I've done a little bit of custom work with capes, as you know, but like doing a Life Day robe would be easy.
Right? Oh God. I am actually making a Lumpy on I was going to do it on this week's stream, but I forgot where I put the parts for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to actually make a Lumpy for a friend who probably isn't watching right now, so I'm not worried about it, but it'll be fun.
So
gross.
with the stipulations of our question here of like, what are the figures that you want?
Yes.
Do they have to be figures that exist, or can they be figures that I want to exist?
The ones you want to exist is the next question.
Oh, all right.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Dave.
We're getting there.
It's because we're on the Dave link right now. We need to disconnect.
What else is out there that I like feel like I need? I don't know. I like those big Pacific Rim figures. Like I have Gypsy Danger, like the 20-inch one or 18-inch, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I would love to have Striker Eureka and I think they did Knifehead.
They did everybody, man. Those quarter scale ones.
Yeah.
They did like Cherno Alpha. They really. Hold on. Scale Pacific Rim. Because I remember those coming out when I was at the shop and just sitting there going, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are these? And
beautiful.
Yeah. I now you'd have to sell your left nut to get one.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so we're up to 2.
Uh-oh.
I believe in you.
You know what? I really would like.
3, because you did the NECA quarter scale one, so that's
okay.
3.
I would really like.
I'm jealous.
Some like a mid condition of some of those old Mask toys, because I was like, I remember at a certain point of my childhood, like I had so many toys. My mom's like, you gotta get rid of some lines, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't really play G.I. Joe that much, and Star Wars isn't going anywhere. And Mask was one of those where I was like, okay, I guess I can be done with these, and mine were pretty beat up, I guess, too. So I would like, what's the car, the main Camaro, what's that one called?
Matt Tracker, and I'm trying to remember what the vehicle was called though.
Yeah.
Mask was one of those that like all the Mask that I had growing up was all secondhand, like it was all hand-me-downs. So like, Thunderhawk.
Okay, cool.
So
and then Switchblade, the bad guy's blue plane that turned into a helicopter. I don't know why you would need to switch from a plane to a helicopter, really, but
dude, I helped sell one of my friend's collections 2 or 3 years ago at a swap, and I had one of those, and like everybody would pick it up and be like, what does it transform from? And I'm like, oh, it goes from a plane to a helicopter, and they're like, dumb. I'm like, you're dumb. Go,
I
go
still
ahead.
love it.
It was complete too. Like, and no one batted an eye at it.
Wow.
But it's like, oh man, the Condor is the one that I remember. I always laughed because it was called the Condor, which makes you think that it would be something, kind of impressive, and it was this.
Oh yeah, dude. Christian picked that one up at the swap on Sunday, and I was looking at it. I was like, yes, I love that one.
I loved it, but it was always one of those things like I had no idea what it was called because of course we got, it was missing one half of the friggin' rotor blade,
Yep.
And I just like the little dudes. Like I liked the figures because, it was cool. Like, it was smaller than the 5-inch, most of the like Marvel 5-inch stuff. So, you can fit like 2 or 3 of them in your pocket. It was like the monsters in my pocket and stuff like that. Like it was just fun. And I don't know. It was Transformers, but simpler because you press the button and went.
Right, yeah. Didn't spend all day transforming them.
Miles Mayhem, man, hell of a vehicle.
All of those things were super cool.
Ooh, Dino Riders.
I had like 1 or 2 of those. I wasn't into them as much.
That was one that like my friend's older brother had.
Right.
So yeah, they were beaten to crap by the time we got to do anything.
Yep.
I'm a D&D guy, so seeing Hasbro make 6-inch versions of old D&D figure, that would be cool. Like in the Fang playset, was it Fang Mountain or something like that? That would be dope.
Well, didn't they just do one D&D figure, Hasbro?
Hasbro did. They released. I think it was supposed to be like a con exclusive, and it was
the guy with the panther or whatever.
Yeah, and then fart in the wind.
I believe you can still get them on Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah, which is a bummer because it's like, dude, like I want that to sell out so that they make more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did Drizzt. There you go. Cool. You're a Dave and a Dave kind of guy.
The Daves that I know.
I made that reference earlier. I was like, can I play that song on here and not get in trouble? I'm still.
I had to introduce my wife to that skit when she was like talking about some different Daves that she knew growing up. I was like, those are the Daves that you know.
She was like, I beg pardon. It's like, it's Canadian. Don't worry about it. Oh man, Dino Rider Brontosaurus still a grail. Yeah, man. Like those grail items are so weird to think about because like I don't know about you, but for me it's that thing of like it's kind of ever changing. Like there's a couple that stick there, but yeah. Mr. Ryan Clark, have a lovely evening, my friend. Catch you Monday. Hopefully Robo has power by Sunday or Monday, and he'll be streaming on Sunday. So over on the Foosh. Mighty Ducks cartoon figures.
Wow.
I want to see Mighty Ducks movie figures. Minnesota, baby. But yeah. So what would, for your final spot, Dave, what is that grail? What is that item that money is no object on any of these? Like just you walk into a store, it's there, and you can just pick it up and walk away.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what are the Figuarts like Marvel stuff that's really hard to get a hold of, or Star Wars ones that are older, because those are always really nice quality. Like I am into Dragon Ball a little bit, even though I barely ever shoot the stuff. So like androids, I think it's like 17 and 18 are just like super hard to find.
Are they?
So those would be ones I'd be like, yeah, I need those.
Right on. Hell yeah. Now that we've gone to the unobtained, we've gone obtained, unobtained. Now the unmade. You get to ask any company to make 5 figures. They don't have to be related. They can be whatever 5 you want to be.
Well, I mean, I've kind of gone over this like with the Black Series stuff. I mean, because with Star Wars 6-inch Black Series, like there's so much that they haven't done.
Yeah.
Where it's like you'd love to get some more deep cuts. So I would love them to make figures of Sindel and Mace and the Gorax and Noah and more specifically Teak, all from the Ewok TV movies.
I was gonna say, now would you just pack those into like a collector's set?
No.
Or would you no? Okay.
No.
I gotta ask.
But like Teak is the one for sure that I'm always like preaching about because Teak's my boy.
New screen name coming soon. Man, we got a lot of people tossing grails out there. The Eternia playset for Masters. Mask, G.I. Joe, and Centurions would make a hell of a shared universe. I think that weren't they going to try to do Mask and G.I. Joe and Transformers and stuff a bit ago, like the Hasbro verse and Rom the
Well,
Space
yeah,
Knight?
they had that. There was a comic book series where they were all in the same world.
Yeah,
Pretty cool, actually.
well, because they were going to do the movies too, and then well, fart in the wind. Um, HasLab Sail Barge or the USS Flag, both very cumbersome playsets, but beautiful in their own right. SH Figuarts Endgame Captain Marvel. It took almost a year to get it to me. Damn. Dino Riders. There you go.
It's funny. I've been digging through old bins of toys that have been in. I love some McQuarrie. Ralph McQuarrie is one of my favorites, so I would be all over that. I've got all the 3 3/4 ones, or most of them, I think. Anyway, I've been going through old boxes of toys where they weren't organized; they were all just kind of thrown in. So I'm like separating old Batman toys from the '90s from old pieces of. I got some old McFarlane Spawn stuff in there, and just like
I bumped
at the bottom of the box, you just got like tiny little pieces, like little missiles that are from 100 different things. And so many of them, I mean, like probably 90% of them, I'm able to look at it and just be like, I remember what that's from. That goes to this, that went to this set, which is kind of a cool experience. But there are I keep finding random Dino Rider pieces, like the blue armor of the Stegosaurus. Like I keep finding little armor pieces of them, because they had a lot of little pieces on those guys, and those pieces, even those little pieces would come apart, and they're all over the place.
Well, especially for when they came out, like that was huge.
Yeah.
Dude, that was my life when I worked at Hot Comics as like a toy buyer. Is we'd get like totes upon totes upon totes of stuff, and it'd be like, all right, here we go, take everything out, get down to the bottom, see what accessories we have, lay those all out, then start piecing everything together. If we don't get any 50th anniversary figures from the 2003 Micro Series, I will riot. Dirge and Fordo have been long overdue. All right.
I like the Micro Series. I was all about that.
Nothing wrong with it, man.
Can be awesome.
I will be. Speaking of Dino Riders, those are the battle packs that came out. They're like the little slug figures.
Oh right.
It's pretty cool. Like it was one of those things that I remember seeing at the shop and just being like, whoa, they're making new Dino Riders. I'm like, oh no, okay, these aren't full Dino Riders. These are like the old value packs, which is cool, like in its own right. All right, so what do you have coming up? Like, what do you want to get shooting on this with the warmer months coming?
I always have just like a stack of things I want to shoot.
Here's a better question. How do you organize that? Like, do you have like a running list? Is it just all up in here, or
mostly in my head? And then I'll forget about things that I want to shoot because I don't know, I'll get distracted and there's a new figure coming out, or something just dropped and I want to get a photo of it posted. So I mean, actually, what I should do is just look in my camera bag that's sitting right next to me. That's stuff that I've been meaning to shoot.
I'm gonna move this big bastard down because I keep like bumping into it with my shoulder, and I'm afraid I'm gonna crash the whole damn setup.
Yeah, don't do that. One thing I really want to shoot is my 1933 Kong.
Ooh, nice! I haven't seen that one in person yet. That's fucking gorgeous.
I mean, I'm a huge King Kong fan. Like when I was growing up, ever since I could push buttons on a VCR, I was like, watch King Kong or watch Star Wars. That was like my things.
Nice.
But I found in my old, all the old stuff I'm going through, like a really old school T-Rex.
Oh, nice.
It looks terrible, but like that's like the type of T-Rex that kind of stood up more.
Yep.
And then Jurassic Park came in. Then every T-Rex from them then is the long kind of standing one. But
right.
But for this Kong, it's got to have that old school style of T-Rex to fight.
That's very true.
So that's definitely one thing I want to do.
Ooh.
I've got
NECA gargoyles coming too.
Dude,
you getting those to shoot?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at least a couple of them. But I haven't shot these guys yet. New Joes.
Those are the general release ones, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm trying so hard not to do deep dives into the classified line because I'm like, I don't need to click that line. I would just get angry. Also, I will not put a diaper on Optimus. He's potty trained, thank you very much.
Come
He
on.
only oil slicks when he's scared.
One shot I want to do is do a little Westworld, but with Velociraptors.
That would be cool.
Like
Dude,
I'll have him on a horse, like with raptors coming at him.
hot tip for right now, if you have targets nearby you, I think it's Echo is down to like $8.
Echo and Delta, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got all those.
still amazing. That the first released Raptor was on my top 5 figures of the year. The articulation and the paint, and it's one of those things. I had so many people go, "Oh, it's not scientifically accurate." I'm like, you know what it's accurate to? Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
And I really enjoyed the shit out of that movie growing up. So for me,
we all did.
It hits.
Yeah. And feathers on dinosaurs just doesn't look cool. As I don't know, some people like that look. I just doesn't do anything for me.
Again, it's that weird thing of like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are almost like movie monsters to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not sitting there breaking apart how Frankenstein's creature is sewn together. I'm not like, well, actually, that is the epidermis from the aft, not the left bicep. I'm not sitting there breaking that down. I'm going, monster, woo!
Yeah,
like Kong versus Godzilla. I gotta say, man, I enjoyed the shit out of that movie.
I loved it.
Dude. Oh my god, that yeah, that one dropped on HBO Max, and I was like, let's do this.
Dude, I went to the theater for it. I was like, I'm going for it. I need to do it in the theater, and it was wonderful.
Man. I'm hoping I can catch it before it leaves, but I don't think I'm going to, unfortunately. Yeah. I know it'll play at the drive-ins and stuff like that. And yeah, just my goodness gracious, that movie, man, had everything I wanted in it. Just ridiculousness.
Yep. And I only like, even when they're in the hollow earth.
Yeah.
And like I start thinking, where is the sunlight coming from? I'm like, nope, brain off. We're having fun.
Yep. I love the where Kong like gets up to the top and he reverses the gravity and he's reaching out for the giant rock hand, and my brain was like, who the hell sculpted that rock hand? Was there a rock monkey? And then then it just flips around. I'm just like, I don't care. Let's just run.
And it was a lot of fun. Like, I don't know. There's definitely like things in that new MonsterVerse that annoy me. Like, but it's all still. It's in the spirit of all the monster movies we grew up with,
Oh, totally. I mean, and again, the funny thing about it was I had someone complaining to me one time, just one of the dudes that is a regular at the shop when I stop by.
Yeah. And
he was like, the human story wasn't, as strong as this. I'm like, you were there for the humans? Like, no. I could have cared less about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Panther 10, the whoosh. If you need an old T-Rex, I know Rebar has made some vintage-style T-Rex figures. I think they made a Rex from Charles Knight's paintings, and they're also doing the Invicta Rex, which is based on the old museum pieces. That's pretty rad.
I need to look into that. I wonder how big they are, if they'll scale with this Kong or not.
Let them fight, says Quintilian.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man, like, it's one of those strange things of kind of running through everything that's kind of hitting now and kind of getting out there, because think of when those Kong versus Godzilla figures dropped.
Yeah, like last fall or.
Yeah, and they've been out forever.
Yeah.
And yet the one thing I'm still waiting for them to do, because this bad boy is getting a repaint.
Yeah.
This big bastard.
Mm-hmm.
I've repainted probably like 5 or 6 of them now, and this is the last one standing that's gonna stay with me. Because I have that the Peter Jackson, the Mezco, the big one back there that I dressed up as one of my comic characters for shows.
Nice.
Darwin Holmes, a detective. But yeah, man. No, I'm with you on Kong being a number one for sure.
Yep.
Great job I've seen Mattel do with Jurassic Dinos. I'm hoping to get some Motu Origins Preternia. Yep. Oh, Preternia. That would be cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you're talking about that Raptor now, is one of your favorite figures. It's like, I never thought I would say I love a Mattel figure as much as I like those Raptors. Like,
right? I was this close today. I saw an Ian Malcolm, and I was like, that's just funny, but I don't like how it looks.
Yeah, the Sam Jackson doesn't look very good either.
No, I mean it's funny because of what role it is. Because I love Sam Jackson, And the fact that you can have a figure standing there on your shelf that's iconic line was "Hold on to your butts."
Mm-hmm.
But that is Baby Dave. Jules Verne had an interesting explanation for how light is generated in an underground world.
I don't remember that.
I don't either, but do tell.
Dude, I do like Jules Verne stuff. When I read 20,000 Leagues, it's really cool, that old stuff where they didn't know everything that we know now. So there's a lot of things that they had to kind of just imagine. Like if you're writing sci-fi now, you have like a endless.
Oh, there's so much stuff to reference. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what was really cool about. I need to read Journey to the Center of the Earth.
There we go. I read it when I was very young and probably did not understand it fully.
I love the old movie that I forget who the name of the old guy is in it, but I watched that one a lot.
You should do a stream on customizing figures. I'd love to see some repainting tutorials. Mantooth, fun fact, every Tuesday, Tiny Meng Tuesdays on Heel Turn Radio. So twitch.tv/Heel Turn Radio, 8 to 10 p.m. every Tuesday. I'm on there customizing live, and you can ask me any questions you got there, and I will gladly give tutorials and advice. I'm on there usually with my buddy Matt, who's a fellow customizer. Dave, we should have you on sometime. Do a little.
I just finished doing this Master Chief, doing some weathering.
Yeah, dude, you got some beautiful shots out of that too.
Yeah, I saw that visor. It's great.
So shiny. Oh, hey, Goji King. How's it going, man? Mitch Falcon, twitch.tv/Heel Turn Radio. Go over there, give them a sub or a follow or whatever you do here on Twitch. It's a follow or subscribe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, every Tuesday, 8 to 10 p.m. If we're not there, we're right here on the Dave Wonder channel. So follow on here. Big Head Han, I loved in the Disney 20,000 Leagues movie, we just see the tremendous light and horrifying sound come from their engine. Scared the hell out of me as a kid.
Young Studley Kirk Douglas, right?
Yep. Very, very young.
And Peter Lorre, too.
Was it?
Yeah, wasn't that his buddy?
Yeah, oh God, I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. James Mason was an awesome, if racially incorrect, Captain Nemo.
Yeah.
Follow and subscribe, baby. There's beard on the Twitch machine. God dang. Did you end up getting that gigantic one that they put out, the Mezco put out? I think it's the same sculpt as that one.
From the 33 Kong?
Yeah.
Was that the one that in the box he had the chains on and it was kind of in the...
I have to look it up now. I want to say he was like 20 inches tall. He was a big...
I did not get that one.
It was a big one.
You know, that was when they first introduced the Skull Island Kong. I was like, I don't know about the design. Then I was like, wait a minute. It's like way more of an homage to the 33 Kong. I was like, I'm in. I'm 100% in.
I can't remember which one it is.
Wasn't McFarlane, or was that like part of the movie Maniacs? Or
well, there was that one. That one was, I think, McFarlane.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
At Goji King, I am a Mitch Falcon. Is that the Mitch Falcon? Yes. Sorry, I missed one chat. See, and it just goes to hell. It was a bigger version of this. Why can't I zoom in on the friggin' picture? This is so frustrating. I hate Toy Wiz. Hold on, I'm just going to do this. Yeah, dude, Kong knows how to party. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull up this because this is the easier way to do this. Share screen. Boop. Boop. There you go. It was the big version of this one, so it's not a straight up 33, but it's kind of like a weird combination of Skull Island and the 33.
I did get the smaller one of that, and I do not like it.
Really? Yeah. Just kind of chunky, or
chunky? I don't like the sculpt really.
Right on.
I don't know, because it doesn't resonate with me, that particular design.
Yeah.
So like the 33 design, or like the newer, Skull Island Godzilla one, like. Love that design.
Sorry, chat blew up a little bit. Tiger Stripe Raptors were my favorite Raptor variant, and the Amber collection figures are decent enough, especially after quick repaint. I love it to death. I'll send pics to Dave Wonders. Hell yeah. And I will pull them up shortly.
I think the newest Raptor that just came out with the pterodactyl wave, is that the Tiger Stripe one, I think?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I'll try and pull that up. How's the articulation on those large figures? I've only gotten to futz around with that gigantic version one once before, and it was pretty limited, to be honest, but it was pretty sweet at the same time. Like just because it's a King Kong that's like that big, so it's just like Kong, big ape. It's just neat. Again, it's that weird thing of I think that's one of the big reasons why I like the 1/6 scale stuff is it feels like the figure that you thought like it's like the figure you thought you had as a kid.
Right.
Like that's the big thing with those Mondo ones, at least for me. And Dave, what the fuck? Your floor is all clean? Hell yeah. I try anyways.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, like in terms of like the 6 scale and why I like the 6-inch scale.
Yeah.
And why I like it so much, because it might be proportional to like when you're a kid holding a 4-inch figure. It's probably
for sure. Oh, dude, I have this guy nearby. Marvel Superheroes, Toy Biz, Iron Man. I would grab the Spider-Man, but he's locked into the giant barrage of Spider-Man.
Domino effect there. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, but this guy's easily attainable. It's funny because you look at these. My first Iron Man was the Secret Wars one, and dude, I still like those. The Secret Wars line is probably one of my all-time favorite toy lines. It's very limited in scope, but
it's so classic.
Man, I love it.
So classic.
Well, and that was the reasoning behind my first custom, which again I know I've shown a lot. This is my very first custom figure I ever made. Because I wanted a Secret Wars Madman, and it was 3 years ago or so. Please don't knock over everything. They made a legit Secret Wars Madman, and it's kind of wild. It's like what I thought I made, what I actually made. But pretty wild to see the difference, but also awesome to see this become a reality.
Right. It was quite pretty.
Which Spider-Man suction cup, Spider Tracer or Super Articulated? Yes. Sure. They're all there. I have because the nice thing is like this whole toy line, like if you want them loose, they're super easy and affordable. But if you want them even on card, you're looking $12-15, and you're still paying less a lot of the time for an on card one of these than you are a current Marvel Legend.
Right.
So I jumped whenever because I had the suction cup Spidey and the Super Articulated one growing up, and my OG Super Articulated one is over there. But yes. So Dave, what do you want to tell the folks about your wild shooting and whatnot? What's your tips and tricks that you can tell the folks out there? Your favorite methodologies, if you will.
Just trying it. Like, so a lot of people, I just talked to another guy recently, or he was like saying, I like your stuff, but like I want to do it, but I don't know where to start. And it's like, pick up a camera and start. Really. There's so many shoots that I'm doing, like especially with lighting, if I'm doing an indoor shoot and doing lighting, where I just sit and pull my hair out because I don't know what I'm doing, like with lighting, or like where are the best places to put lights, and just like trying things until it works, I guess. Yeah. So that's kind of the base like philosophy of everything I do is try it until it works. I've
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people
you are correct.
Don't know where to like get inspiration from posing from like comic book covers. Like really good place to get poses from, or
doesn't hurt to use reference.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of thing where a lot of guys do a running pose where this is right here, a running pose that you see a lot of people doing.
Yep. But how many people actually run like that?
That's not how people run. They run like this. Or if you really want to get technical, put a shoulder kind of leaning forward, do a little bend in it, because
I'm gonna put you big on the screen so folks can see.
Anyway, just paying attention to how like people really move, and because sometimes like if people have a running pose, like that's kind of more a running pose. One of the arms is a little exaggerated.
Yeah.
Depending on how fast he's running, but some people like have them like completely stretched out, like their legs way back here. It's like that's not how people run, really.
Yeah.
You could maybe make a case for that, but I don't know. Yeah. Trying things, See what works. I mean, shooting outside, you don't have to worry about light as much. Like especially if you're shooting in like towards the evening.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get some pretty light. But
I got to put it out there, man. A figure that I really want to get out and shoot that I didn't think I'd even buy.
Is that the new one?
That's the AI one, yeah.
All right, yeah.
It's so candy shell, you know? Like it's just I want to see what I can get out of it. I am an amateur compared to you, and I definitely don't have the setup or the explosives to take the shots you do. But yeah. No, dude. Every time you post up a shot, it's inspiring for me as a comic guy. It's fun to see the like looking at that and going, damn, like that's such a cool composition. Like your eye for the composition and your eye for poses really draws it. Like you said, put a shoulder into it. That's something that a lot of comic artists say. Where it's just like, no, you gotta really bring it in there. So it's just neat to hear the same conversation coming from a different perspective.
I mean, yeah, posing is very similar to, if you're trying to figure out how you're going to have a cover look.
It helps having all this stuff here because I definitely grab stuff and I'll futz around with it and go, something like this. I've shown a bunch of times I actually have a mirror right over here glued to my post so that I can look and make stupid faces all day long. Holy crap. Sorry, the chat just exploded. I think we got a couple questions for you. No. Whoa, what happened?
What did I do?
Man, Toy Biz did characters Hasbro. Oh no! We lost Dave! Hold on. I gotta invite him again. Man, it's really weird when I say damn it, Dave. I have a lot of tabs open. Hank? Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. I was like,
a little button at the bottom, and it took me right out.
No, it's okay. I was just about to send you the link again. I was like, damn it. Okay. Can't wait for Marvel Legends Tusk and Ahab. First Spider-Man came in 3-pack with Peter Parker and Shadowy Spidey. Old animated series 3-packs. Being locked inside this past year got me back into toy photography. I'm really working on upping my game post game. Hell yeah. Talk to Dave. If you got questions, ask the man. He's here. He's here right now. Follow him on Instagram. Drop him a message. Get them likes up because dude is a solid fella in general. Big Head Han, like Marvel Legends, since you can replicate a lot of their covers mostly. Cobra Yoga? Yogra?
Whoa.
The Frogurt is also cursed.
Yogra.
Yogra. Now people run like Naruto.
Yeah, right.
Gotta dodge, man. Area 51.
Hold on.
Oh, there it is. No, you had it. Throw the ape swing in there, man.
No, he's Naruto running.
Oh, nice. The lasers can't get you then.
Yeah, exactly.
How does that AI head look for like a blue Jolly Rancher? But it's cool. Like it's a very nice sculpt, and honestly, I kind of like it. I laughed because one of my friends like, dude, if you bulked up the beard and the cheeks, you could be a hollow you. I'm like, thank you. Damn it, Dave. But which one? Both? I don't know.
Sure.
Dave, no.
Dave, yes.
Yes. Heel Turn Radio. Now you know how I feel. For reference, the man running the Heel Turn Radio account is my brother. So he is very kindly swinging by to join in the good chats we got going. Already kicked Robo out and took over the Foosh. Don't need to do it to somebody. Hey, now, I did not kick out Crap. His power went out.
But did you knock out his power?
No. Quintillion, what lighting setup do you prefer for indoor shooting?
I use a lot of different stuff. Like I've got some really cheap little lights that I use. I've got like one big, light on a stand that's, used for bigger photo shoots. I'll use anywhere from like 3 to like 6 lights, like
just all over the place.
Yeah. One thing you never want like a bright light right in the front. Like if you have a camera, you don't want to light your brightest
You
light.
mean like this?
No, that's from the side, so that looks all right. But like if
I
side
regret
lights
my
are good,
choices.
back lights are good, but front lighting really heavily, you don't want to do that. I can't explain other than just try it and you'll see why. But I use a lot of little lights. You don't need lume cubes necessarily. There's cheaper things out there. Oh,
That was on my lamp,
you
apparently.
get 1 coin.
Ka-bling!
99 more and you get a extra life.
Come on.
No, I use a ton of different lights. I've seen people do really good setups using just like desk lamps and just
Mhm.
moving them around and getting them in the right spot. But
Hell yeah.
multiple light sources. Yeah.
Remember, don't put it in your mouth. That was a reference to, I believe, the candy head of Tony Stark. It says it right on the box. If you watched Robo's review, you would know. Don't put it in your mouth. What would you recommend for lights? I mostly been using whatever lamps are nearby. Well, you just covered that. Just kind of use what you can.
Yeah, I mean, if you look on Amazon and just kind of scroll through lighting, there's a company called Newer. It's like Newer.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They make
Sorry.
stuff that's a little bit cheaper, and I've been using a couple of those for years. Battery operated, so when I need to take them outside, I can do that. Yeah, I mean, I have so many different kind of lights that.
This has become again. I've taken so many shots that I haven't posted. This is just a work lamp, but I have a bunch of gel sheets that I started carrying with this, and I'm going to turn it on. It's going to be really bright. Wow! But you can adjust it down.
Good.
Which is cool. Oh man, that was actually really cool looking because my camera's trying to match a frame rate, so it's like pulsating.
Oh, sweet! That's cool.
Yes. Anyways, sorry, that was really cool. I've never seen it on camera before. Oh, damn it. Nah, that's my brother, so it's okay. Well, damn it, James. That beard. You. AI Dave sounds scary. Is it still up? It is. That's why he's not here tonight, but he said hopefully it'll be back by tomorrow. What camera are you using right now?
I'm using a Canon 7D Mark II.
Woo.
And I go back and forth between using a 100mm lens, it's a 100mm macro, which keeps things really tight in the frame, so you don't have to worry about everything around your figure usually. But then a lot of times I'll also use a lens that goes between 10 and 22mm, which is pretty wide. And when you're doing that, then you really have to like have everything in the frame needs to have a reason for being there in some way or another.
Do you have any protection for your lenses? Because I know like with a lot of your shots, you have, air blasting, dirt or fireworks or any number of things.
Usually just a UV filter on the front of it, which is just like an extra piece of glass mostly to
keep
the lens okay. So I've had to replace a couple on my wide angle lens because with a wide angle lens, you got to be right up next to the subject pretty much. With a 100mm, like you can't be near it, otherwise it's not going to be in the frame. Like, so when I'm doing effects and I'm using a 100mm, that the camera's like 6 feet away from my subject, so it's not going to get hit by something.
Yeah.
But I did Master Chief shot it a couple weeks ago where
I can pull it up.
I was shooting. It's the one right after Toph, like between Toph and Ahsoka. But so for the shot, I was at my wife's grandpa's farm. We were down there for his funeral, and so I went up on this hill that like they hadn't planted the corn yet. So I was using my brand new 50mm lens, and I was having her brother like kick up dust and like end up just like covering the camera in like dirt and
everything.
Dust.
There it is.
Yeah, that one right there. I was kicking up a lot of dust. But I definitely should have had more protection for my camera, but I think most of the dust is out of it now. I did a lot of compressed air blowing through it and everything. But yeah, I've only really damaged like those covers for the lens, and those are only like $7-10.
I don't know. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Dave's brother's name is actually Dave too. No, he would be Dave 1. He's older than me, and it's not Dave. And no, not Electric Boogaloo, but we can try. And a Panda Man. It's going well, man. Quintillion, I have a Canon M50. I love Canon stuff. And Pale Aragorn, beautiful work, other Dave. He's just a Dave too. We can both be Daves. There's more Daves in this world. Stan in the comments, do you use a green screen for backgrounds for indoor shoots to help the background?
No.
All practical?
Yeah, just about everything's practical. So let's see. The only time Sideshow.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. That's where I was shooting that shot. Iowa cornfield, up on a hill.
So
but, got some dust kicked in my face on that one. But sometimes I'll use like a digital background, like on this Sideshow one with Mando and Baby, or maybe.
Yeah.
So I used like just a TV in the background on that one.
Beautiful work, Father.
Thank you. But I haven't done any. I don't think I've done any green screen. I do. I keep pretty practical.
Well, I was going to say a lot of the shots you even show like your set, which is pretty awesome to see. Dave Lander, there can be several. That's fair. I want to make a poster if that was you and me just being like, for just standard figure shoots, white backgrounds or black, depending on the lightness, darkness of the figure.
Definitely. I generally don't just use solid backgrounds. I want more of like an atmosphere or kind of location for my shoots, I think. But yeah, I do have just flat white, flat black for certain things.
You getting some love in the chat. Freaky outie.
Oh, Palmer, that's my boy.
Big ups, Father, and
Lourdes.
Father, you. So there you go. Don't forget about the Raptor custom, Dave. Otherwise, you know what might happen. I'll ask James to swear on your stream. No stream. No, God dang it. I can't even talk. I was going to say no swearing. Oh, kitty. What's the key? Oh, cat. Oh, God. Freaky outie. Big fans. Hell yeah. Oh, cat. And, 1-to-1 scale kitty.
I used my cat Norman for a shoot. That was a reference to Hawkins' line in Predator.
Oh, yeah.
Geez, you got a big kitty.
Gotcha.
But it was at a... For this father thing. Okay. Was there a question about flight stands in there or figure stands?
For just standard figure shoots, white backgrounds or black, depending on lightness, darkness of the figure. I guess that would also pertain to using flight stands. Like, what is your favorite method of suspending figures?
So I buy this dirt cheap copper wire that you can get at, I think, any hardware store. I might have some in my bag here. Nope, it's all upstairs. But it's maybe 12 gauge or 14 gauge, but it's copper wire insulated like in a black kind of plastic. So it bends. You can bend it in any shape you want, and it'll mostly hold the weight of a figure. Sometimes if you got it on a figure and it's windy out, it'll bounce a little bit, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I use most. I don't really use any formal flight stands usually.
Right.
Like if I'm using Figma, I might use one because they're made specifically for them. So yeah, like insulated copper wire. It's got to be solid too. Don't get the ones that's like a bunch of different copper wires together.
Right on.
But those help a lot, and I have a lot of them. And you can buy them for like less than $1 a foot.
Quintillion is saying these are the tips you're looking for. Also, so Pale Aragorn's, if you blame me for this father thing, he's the one who started the lovely nickname of "the" for me on the Foosh channel, if I recall correctly, because I had to change my Instagram handle because it was Dave_Wonder952 to the Dave Wheeler, because there's a lot of Dave. There's already a Dave Wheeler. Oh, what's up, FX? That's E-Man.
Oh yeah.
What's up, boys? Davey suggested copper wire for me. Absolute game changer.
Yeah.
Hell, Super Spike. Gonna throw something at you one of these days.
Actually, Wheeler, you know what? You're probably aware that there was a character in Batman Beyond, Dr. Dave Wheeler.
Yes, I am.
Dr. Dave Wheeler. I just watched that episode like a week ago. I was like, whoa. Wheeler's in the future.
Yeah. Surprise.
He's a doctor.
You saw nothing.
And you know Batman.
I do know Batman. The Dave and Dave. Um, so the funny thing is so there's Dr. Dave Wheeler, there's Wheeler in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's Wheeler in Captain Planet, like all those. Like I remember growing up being like, "Well, you don't have red hair." Ha, 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 ha. It's like every single time. I'm like, I'll take the fire ring. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Is he from the Splicer episode? Yeah, it's this. Isn't it this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
Pale Air, go and get your evil laugh out here. Mwahaha. Oh, what I dug about Batman Beyond, they made up so many new characters for his rogues gallery. They could kill them all off it. Odin Rose has given you the moniker, man. Master Dave.
All right, I'll take it.
We actually talked before the stream started. I'm like, what do you want me to call you, man? Because I call you Dave. We've been friends for a very long time.
Right.
And so it was the thing of like, but you have other monikers. So I'm like, do I just go, hello, father. Welcome to the stream.
Well, like, so I've had the nickname of Father for most of my life now, actually, which is weird. Yeah, that's another Batman reference. But no, like, so it started like in 7th grade, like football, where my nickname was Big Daddy. Because I've always been a pretty big dude, like for my age. Like when I was young, I was a big guy. And then that turned into like shortened, like sometimes just Dad. And then like as junior high and high school went on, like I was kind of the person making sure my friends were okay at parties. Like I wasn't really a drinking or drugs guy, so I got more of a father figure kind of status from people. So then like people just started calling me Father.
Nice.
Sometimes people call me Pops. Some people call me Padre. It's kind of all over the place, but it's an actual name that I respond to.
It's a themed nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up, Heel Turn Radio. That was the other nickname, Wheels. All Father. That's a solid one for you.
I'll take it.
Did you grow a beard at 6? Come on, man. 5.
The beard is actually a pretty late addition in my life.
I was gonna say you definitely didn't have that at the beginning. Oh, Pale Aragorn, Dave, Father, greetings, hello, and welcome. Did you say mushy mushy?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think of another language.
Hey, I got you. So yeah, no, that wire man, that is always been a favorite tip and or trick. Like you said, just don't be afraid to try things is a
just
big
go
thing.
And play.
Yeah, not everyone's going to be a masterful shot.
No,
and I know that specifically because my shots, they're 1 out of 50. Hello, cat.
Just passing through.
Yeah, it's like a bus. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first step to being good at something is sucking at something. So,
Kaiju cat.
You got to get through that stage.
I keep trying to click on comments. It just keeps going down. Father Dave. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
What?
This cat's only got 4 legs, though. Cat Bus had like
that's many.
That's another thing I really want figures of, man. Like if Miyazaki actually
I get it.
Like if Figma did a bunch of Miyazaki figures, like I'd be all over it. I would spend hundreds.
I would love to see Figma do it. Honestly, like I know they're slow as dirt for releases, but man, I would love a Mafex line of Miyazaki figures. I think they would absolutely kill it.
I'd be all over it.
I like their coloring. Like I like their tonal choices for a lot of figures. Like, and to think of Miyazaki's palette, I think Mafex would be my choice for that line.
Yeah, I mean anything, because I've got like my Nausicaa that I don't even know. I think it's just like a Bandai model or whatever.
Yeah.
But I need like a real Nausicaa figure, and Mononoke. You got Chitaka and San. Like I need those figures.
And I think they'll eventually come. I feel like now that it's such an established brand, and it's so established of the legacy of those characters. I'm hoping we'll see some license for a broader, release.
Yeah, I just think that like Miyazaki himself is just kind of weird about licensing Ghibli stuff. Maybe I don't know. There's just some weird licensing thing with Ghibli where they don't do a lot of it.
Yeah. Pale Aragorn, Father, I have an idea. Cat versus Kong.
You know, one of the first toy photos I actually did was my cat Norman. I was sitting and I was sketching Beast, and I was using my, I think it was Toy Biz Beast as reference.
Mm-hmm.
And then my cat just like wouldn't stop lying down on my sketchbook, so I put Beast on his back,
Just
riding it. So I was like,
oh, nice.
really early toy photo.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
E-Man, I gotta agree. Mafex has gotten so much better. Always worth the wait. But man, that wait. But remember, Miyazaki is a cranky old man that hates everything.
He is.
Also true.
He can, though. I'm not gonna be mad at him for that.
It's one of those things that it sucks to think about, but in the same way of Prince, you think about how tight he was with his brand and who he was in his music. And I feel like Miyazaki's the same way with his licenses, that where it's like until he moves on to the next plane, we're not. I doubt that we'll see a broader release.
Right.
If that makes sense, because someone else will be in the driver's seat, which sounds really meta. But honk honk meep meep. He got whoa Jesus, he got screwed overall. Miyazaki or Prince? I don't know. I would totally buy a Mafex Prince figure.
Oh yeah.
I concur. Oh, both. There we go. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, we are actually wrapping up. We're 3 minutes till the end of the show, Dave. So
that went really fast.
Tell the folks where they can find you.
Instagram is where I live, pretty much. Father's Figures on Instagram. I do Twitter and I do Facebook. I'm really bad at keeping up with Facebook Father's Figures, but it's there. But it's another way you can reach me. But yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Oh yeah, you got any fun shoots coming up or fun projects that you're going to be working on that you want to shill?
So many projects. Like I got that Dio I got to finish up. That's my next thing. I've got boxes of like Greeble things to like make Dios with, but I just need to finish things up. I'm working on a bus shelter.
Ooh, very nice. Looks good.
I'm gonna take that downtown and do a little Spider-Gwen shoot with Miles.
Follow him there.
Oh, there I am.
There he is.
I gotta get a new profile picture because that one's like 5 years old now.
It's still good, man. Follow him, love him, give him all of your monies. He sells prints.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, especially if you're in the Twin Cities area. He's always around at the swaps and stuff, selling his wares. Are you gonna by chance be at Spring Fling not this weekend, but the following weekend?
I don't know.
Okay. It's like they're kind of trying to have it be like a Spring Con light of kind of reintroducing shows. So Pale Aragorn, dude has some fantastic shots already. You should check them out. Mm-hmm. But Pale Aragorn, you haven't aged a day.
Thanks.
It's very true. High praise, my friend. High praise. And I gotta say, dude, thank you so much for coming on here, man. This has been so dope.
Yeah, that went fast. I wasn't planning on being here for the duration.
Right. Dude, think of all the times we talked on Wednesdays, man. We'd sit there for like an hour and be like, oh God. Gotta move. But yeah, anytime you want to come on, man, the door is always open. I'll be doing some specialty streams and whatnot. Like I said, when the Sentinels come out, we got to track down some baby Bjorns, bro. We're going to the MOA to take some ridiculous footage. It's going to be great. Oh, man. I am off to buy a copper wire, says Quintillion.
Do it.
Big Head Han, we hope to see you here again soon. Quintillion, as always. DJ Piecemeal, thanks, Mike. I really appreciate that, man. Wealth of knowledge and awesomeness. That is the very definition of Dave Valdez. He's a good fella. Heel Turn Radio. Hype. And Stan, thank you. So, again, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate everything. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate you just coming on, man, and giving it a shot. Come on anytime. We'll figure out a time to do the ridiculous Mall of America shoot once those all drop.
I love that idea.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, buddy.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
forgot to tell Dave that we do a post-credit scene sometimes. That's my bad. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I really appreciate it. Pale Aragorn, Big Head Han, Odin Rose, Mitch Falcon, Panther 10 the Foosh, Super Spike, Tuck, just everybody. Heel Turn Radio, yes, even you, brother. I love you. DJ Piecemeal, Quintillion, Freaky Outy, just everybody. Thank you so much for coming on here. Like I said, drop a follow, drop a subscription, whatever you like. Follow me right down here, Twitter and Instagram. I'm always quick to respond to messages, as some of you know. Mephisto confirmed. So yes, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate everything. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Hopefully Robo will have power back by Sunday and be back on the Foosh for Lazy Sundays. We'll be right back here next Wednesday for the AEW watch along. And stay tuned to my social media stuff. We'll be kind of toying with a couple other toy shows. So thank you, Super Spike. Thank you, Big Head Han. I appreciate you guys a lot. Yes, my 6 hours of Dave Talk is done for the week. Or so you think. A wink. No, it is done. I definitely can't stream more than this. My way will kill me. On that lovely note, thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Much love from Minnesota. Bye.